Having the correct tools to protect yourself and your loved ones can make all the difference. In this video, we will go through the features and benefits of 5 critical firearms, which vary from small handguns for concealed carry to powerful revolvers for defense. Come along with us as we investigate the world of self-defense guns. 1. Glock 47 MOS. The Glock was invented by an Austrian named Gaston Glock to satisfy his country's military needs, and it has gone on to become one of the most successful pistol designs in history. The full-size Glock 17 and the compact Glock 19 are 2 of the most popular pistols in the Glock series. These 9mm Luger handguns are widely used by law enforcement and the military, and they're also quite popular among civilians. Glock has a solid reputation for producing dependable firearms. The G47 is quite reliable and fairly accurate, as are the other options in the line. On the surface, it looks identical to a G17, but there's one significant distinction that Glock enthusiasts will appreciate. The shorter dust cover is one noticeable difference. It's a full-size pistol with a conventional frame according to Glock. The G47 is also compatible with some of its Gen 5 siblings, including the G17 MOS, G19 MOS, and G45 MOS. This Glock, like all Glocks, has a blocky feel in the hand. The Glock 47 MOS was created for the United States Customs and Border Patrol, a government law enforcement organization that required a full-size and small gun. With thousands of G19s and G47s in service, such an agency only has to keep one common recoil spring in its national spare parts inventory. Other internal parts shared by the Gen 5 series, such as strikers, striker springs, extractors, and so on, reduce inventory, part storage requirements, and armor training. The grip sides are exceptionally flat, and even the front strap is flat. The back of the grip features a more natural-feeling curvature. It's worth emphasizing that this isn't an issue for the vast majority of people. The magwell at the bottom of the grip is slightly flared to aid with magazine seating. The slide serrations on the top, back, and now front are adequate and useful for managing the slide. The trigger is adequate and with practice can be mastered. The G47 was built to be a duty weapon. It would do well here. It's an industry standard for reliability just like other Glocks. It would also be effective as a home defender if assigned to that role. However, the full-size frame and barrel would make it more difficult to conceal on your person. The only thing that distinguishes the G47 from any other full-size Glock is how it was designed specifically for the CBP. Its interoperability with the other models described above, on the other hand, will make it a go-to for Glock enthusiasts who like to mix and match. 2. Diamondback Sidekick. Diamondback's new rimfire Sidekick revolver is a 9-shot, single and double-action rimfire revolver with a swing-out, interchangeable cylinder. The Sidekick gets its name from its swing-out cylinder, which disguises it as a rimfire clone of the original single-action Army. Despite its appearance, it is a DASA revolver with a star extractor in the cylinder. Diamondback released the Sidekick revolver at the end of 2021, and this year, the business expanded the line to include the Sidekick Birdshed. Of course, the Birdshed style grip frame and replaceable grip panels are the most noticeable features of the new model. But this rimfire wheel gun has a lot more going for it than that. Diamondback pistols are typically noted for their lightweight and small designs, making them ideal for concealed carry or backup guns. For starters, the gun comes with interchangeable cylinders, allowing users to pick between 22 LR and 22 Magnum, with both cylinders holding 9 rounds of ammo. Because it is a tiny revolver, the 22 mag cylinder makes it a viable choice for a deep cover self-defense handgun. The Cerakoted zinc frame should outlast the majority of shooters. The faux ejector rod assembly is spring-loaded, and that it can be utilized to release the cylinder. You can alternatively release it by pulling out the knurled knob at the end of the cylinder, similar to an old-school Colt Detective. The barrel is 3 inches long, the entire length is 7.83 inches, and the gun weighs only 24.5 ounces. The Sidekick has a black-on-black Cerakote finish. The gun has trademarked checkered glass-filled nylon grips, which are not interchangeable with those found in the Ruger Wrangler or Single Six, despite the fact that the pattern is identical. The Sidekick's MSRP is $320, which means it'll most likely cost less than $299. 3. Beretta 80X Cheetah. Beretta has revived the iconic Cheetah with the Beretta 80X. The Beretta 80X Cheetah is a small, light handgun. The original Cheetah was a massive, all-metal beast 380 ACP weapon that appears out of place among 380 ACP pocket pistols. These pistols offer a significantly more controlled handgun with 13 rounds of 380 ACP. The massive size of the weapon in conjunction with the light, the 380 ACP cartridge makes the handgun extremely easy to control with minimum recoil. The new gun, which features a Picatinny rail for attaching a lighter laser, belongs to an intriguing family of self-defense weapons. It's a little pistol for individuals who want less recoil all around. It has a blued steel slide and an aluminum alloy frame. It falls into the S&W Easy Zone. The trigger is DASA and just fantastic. Like good whiskey, the double action glides backward and feels smooth and polished. The safety is a decocker and safety combo that sits on the slide for convenient access. It's a bit of a niche weaponry, but it's a lot of fun. The Cheetah is distinguished by its ergonomic design, which includes a comfortable grip and an ambidextrous safety lever. For convenience of usage, controls are often positioned in easily accessible locations. The Cheetah is often equipped with fixed sights, which may vary depending on the model and edition. Some versions may include adjustable or night sights. 4. Korth 2.75-inch Carry Special. The Mongoose 2.75-inch Carry Special is Korth's most compact .357 Magnum revolver, designed to be the perfect carry and concealed revolver. It must be stated right away that this is an excellent weapon. It's hyped for quality of build with the WESSON Combat SFX-9, but because it's a revolver and so well made, it just seemed special. With the exception of a plain black, difficult-to-see front sight, no one who handled the Korth believed it could have been improved. The cylinder is chambered in .357 Magnum 38 Special and contains 6 rounds of ammo. It also has a unique interchangeable cylinder system that allows it to switch between .357 Magnum 38 Special and 9mm in a heartbeat. The Mongoose 2.75-inch Carry Special delivers the same perfect performance that Korth customers have come to expect, but in a more concealable size and grip. The Mongoose revolver is unlike any other revolver on the market in terms of adaptability. This is a revolver that harkens back to the days when a revolver was a handcrafted work of art. The frame and all components are made entirely of the best billet steel available. The trigger face is well polished, and the smooth action will leave even the most seasoned competition revolver shooter speechless. The exceptional craftsmanship and material are readily visible in the standard black DLC finish. 5. Smith & Wesson Model 19. The Smith & Wesson Model 19 was far from the company's first revolver. It was, however, the first 6-gun and .357 Magnum calibers that was not so hefty that it caused police officers' trousers to drop below their knees. The Model 19 was designed in the 1950s by famed lawman and trick shooter Bill Jordan. It was constructed on Smith & Wesson K-frame, making it lighter and more comfortable than any other duty-type revolver at the time. It was finally phased out, much to the chagrin of wheel gunners everywhere. Smith & Wesson just relaunched as the Model 66 in stainless steel, and it still has nice as ever. Smith & Wesson refers to the new pistol as a classic, suggesting its place in the classic line of revolvers. The new revolver has a 4.25-inch long barrel. The material utilized in the lockwork, hammer, and trigger is metal injection molding, or MIM. Even though the MIM is not case-hardened, it has the appearance and feel of one. Tolerances are good with current CNC machinery, and hand fitting is less usual. Instead of a hammer, the frame now houses a firing pin. The barrel is no longer a solid block of steel, but rather a thick shroud. Instead of the barrel shroud, the ejector rod now latches into an indent on the frame. The ball detent offers appropriate stiffness when the revolver is locked up and ready to discharge. This method is comparable to the original triple-lock revolver, which was noted for its accuracy, but finally locked up in 3 distinct places. The trigger face is exceptionally smooth, with beveled edges. This is practical work done to order. The double-action trigger press is fairly smooth, with a lovely rolling 10 pounds in a few fractions. Now that you've learned about these 5 guns that could one day save your life, it's time to take action by subscribing to our channel. Are you, by the way, on a tight budget and still want to acquire an excellent handgun? Don't worry, we've got your back. Watch this video on handguns under $200 that are actually good to remain prepared and protected.